there is something special about the person that's getting ready to speak now. She is the visionary. She's the chief executive officer of this community, the village of Broadview. She is a cavalier in her own right. She's done a phenomenal job of putting together an amazing all-star team of folks that are going to help continue to drive this sustainability plan forward. And I would be remiss if I only ask you to give her a great big round of applause. So what I want to do is I want to ask if everyone to get on your feet and give her a standing ovation as we present to you and give her a great big round of applause, the mayor of this city, the visionary of the system of sustainability, and the first in the Proviso Township to launch this effort, the Honorable Mayor Katrina Thompson.
Thank you, Darnell, and thank you for that warm introduction. I'm just super excited today about this initiative. And today is Earth Day, so it's so befitting that we do launch our Broadview Environmental Sustainability Plan. But before I start, I want to tell you how I got into this work. I got into this work because I had a cousin at the age of 10 that died of asthma. And when I got elected to be the mayor of this community, I wanted to know more about the environmental issues that surround the Black community. And I started investigating and looking into things and researching, and I tapped into the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, and I ended up getting on the environmental committee. And it was much bigger than an asthma attack. It was much bigger than what my limited knowledge was. So I wanted to do more and know what more was. So this was probably maybe 2018. So I've been doing a lot of work for a long time. So I'm going to start with how we got here today. We've been working on this plan for the last 9 months. This panel, Karen, Dr. Jackson, Alicia Johnson, Letisa Jones, Darnell, and myself. And we just put our feet to the pavement and got to work. So I'm humbled and I'm blessed to have an opportunity to bring an initiative that's so huge, that's bigger than me, that's bigger than Broadview in the township, Cook County, or the state of Illinois, but it's something that we can give to our Black and brown communities as we launch this plan in a platform that they can look at some framework to wrap their minds around it, because it's so huge and there's so many different moving parts and components to this. So Dr. Jackson, I say thank you for stepping up to the plate. Karen, first woman-owned business in this space, thank you. Our administrator, Letisa Jones, thank you. Alicia Johnson, who just was recently elected to the Broadview Park District, who's a registered nurse and a health guru. If you need some services, she the person. I mean, she talk all that health stuff. Robert Hurd, who's our IT specialist, who helped behind for connectivity, and I'll get more into that conversation. But most importantly, the Urban Efficiency Group, Darnell Johnson. He has taken us to the next level. And I didn't know what this work was gonna look like. And so as we going through this process, I'm like, okay, take me slow. And sometimes I still have to tell them to take me slow because I have to wrap my mind around it. I'm not the expert. But he's put me in a room on top of me being on this environmental committee. He put me in a room full of experts. And so I've learned so much. And I do want to say, Jason from Cook County Public Health Department, as we've had conversations as it relates to the lead issues, we know we need to do more work in that space to get our homes lead free. I wish it was offered to the seniors in the community, but it's a service that's free to pregnant moms or children under 6. It's a free program. All you have to do is call and they'll come and inspect your house for lead. It's worth you work to protect your home. So I'm excited to share our future goals and hope and pray that the other 14 communities in the Proviso Township jump on board to make their community friendly. We are working on to become the Eco District certified according to the Eco District's protocol. We have key stakeholders making decisions in place, like our local schools, our park district, our business partners, and library within the village of Broadview. This protocol calls for equity, resilience, and climate protection. And our priorities will focus on the following: place. And when we talk about place, we're talking about it identifies engagement, inclusion, culture, identity, public space, and housing. 2, prosperity. which is a big part of this. It identifies access to opportunity, economic development, and innovation. 3, health and well-being, which includes active living, health, safety, and food systems, our community gardens, access to nutrients, access to good food for our bodies. Living infrastructure, which includes natural features, ecosystems, connection with nature. We have a Cook County Forest Preserve right in our backyard. And most people that's from the community know that I'm big on being outside. Not in the wintertime, no. But they know that I get out and I ride my bike with the community. We ride in the Forest Preserve on our bikes every week for 1 hour. We walk in the community in our Forest Preserve. So this gives us an opportunity to connect with nature. And then the resource regeneration, which includes air, climate, water, and waste. And that's another huge one that we don't talk about. So I share our water, I co-chair our Broadview Westchester Water Agency, and that's our water infrastructure. And when we talk in like high level conversations, we think of like the lake, the oceans, but we don't think about how we transmit water for you to have safe drinking water. So this work includes all of that. And so me being the mayor, I've learned more than I probably wanted to know. But the work involves me to know everything I need to know to keep my community safe and healthy. And I'm gonna always do that work first. Since our partnership began, Urban Efficiency Minority Business Enterprise delivered energy efficiency services to 130 Broadview residents. This is since we started 9 months ago. This equates to $521,000 in energy efficiency upgrades to residents at no cost. I encourage all Broadview residents to call to get your house inspected on how you can have a cost savings. It's free to the Village of Broadview residents, and I'm sure it's free to other municipalities, but it's free to the Village of Broadview. The energy savings resulted from these upgrades are measured in terms of gas, which influenced the reduction of residential fossil fuel usage. So that's a high level conversation, right? But we know we're saving some money. And so when you look at your energy bills and you start seeing that reduction, I actually had my house done. And I've seen the cost savings, and I'm looking forward to getting some solar panels so I can see like almost zero. Because we know that's one bill that's gonna come every single month, right? My goal is to inspire our community to be more informed on pressing issues surrounding climate issues such as clean water, electricity, education, healthcare, workforce development, but not limited to climate and environmental literacy, climate restoration technologies, regenerative agriculture, equity and environmental justice, and cleanups and more in this space. This is what this work is about. Our goals address the following and are measurable and will create a pathway for funding, for future funding surrounding the following: solar energy for residential, commercial, and industrial, electric vehicle emissions. For us to be the second largest township in the state of Illinois, we do not have an EV charging station. And so when we look to do new development projects like our senior housing project that's going to be coming online in the fall, that was an opportunity for us to put an EV station there. But we was in the midst of this work, right? But guess what's coming to Broadview? Amazon. That's our opportunity right there. It also addresses energy efficiency and green infrastructure. And I'm happy to say, even before I tapped into what the environmental initiatives were, and we start remodeling this Village Municipal Hall with the police addition and then remodeling our administrative offices, this building is a green infrastructure. So we had already started the work. And then when we look at our senior housing development, we have some green infrastructure with that. As we look at the roads that we drive through on the Village of Broadview, we have green alleys. So we're doing the work. We've already started the work. We just need to put the plan together, because I'm a huge advocate of, if we have a plan in place, and when the funding opportunity becomes available to us, we don't have to scramble. We can do this. We ready. We ready. And lastly, it will address equity and environmental justice. In the Black and brown community, we always get the last of the last. But not in Broadview, we're gonna get the first of the first. We will leave a legacy not just for the village of Broadview, but for the entire Proviso Township, the county, for many years to come. And I'm grateful for you, Darnell. Your professionalism, your expert level, your knowledge, your wisdom, how you pour into me. I mean, he calls me and texts me at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm okay with that because I know it's what's in the best interest of the village of Broadview. I know it. So thank you for participating today, and I look forward to the other communities in the Proviso Township becoming environmental friendly. And I thank every last one of these expert level panelists that joined me today. I just say thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for believing in the village of Broadview. And thank you for believing in me that I can launch a program like this that's much bigger than even me, the village of Broadview. It's bigger than us. But like I said, once it's time for us to start looking at the funding component, we don't have to scramble. We will be the first to receive the multi-million-dollar funding that comes from environmental sustainability. And it comes from the leadership that's up here and those that help us. So we do have some newly elected officials that will be legislating with me, and I do want to honor them that's in the room today. So Trustee-elect Patricia Chow-Malave. She would be our first Latina that sit on the village board. We've never had a Latina ever elected in the village of Broadview outside of newly elected Park District Commissioner Yara Buchanan. And then Trustee-elect Sheila Armour, who will be legislating with me as well. It's an honor to be working with these dynamic women in their respective space. So I'm excited for the future of Broadview. Good work will come out of this, and just stay connected as we go through these different systems, because we will be a certified ecosystem. Certified. If anybody have any questions, I'm happy to address or concerns that you may have. We have lunch. Grab a box lunch. If you need to take off, grab a box lunch and take it with you. But make sure you get the pen, because when you have that pen, you can share that with your children, your grandchildren, to know that you are a part of history in the village of Broadview. So thank you, and God bless you.
As we make ready to close this out, Mayor, we have a special presentation that we want to give to you. So we ask that you come down, and we want to present to you the plaque that we have to commemorate this moment in this time. And so we want you to come down, and we want you to be able to, for all of our, this to be a staple. The mayor's tag for this is achieving broader sustainability. And so we had the design specifically made for the village of Broadview that is also a much blown up version of the coins that each of you will get today before you leave, so that you can have a commemorative coin to be able to reflect on this day, this moment in time, because of the work, because of the vision, because of the dedication of this leader. And we don't ever want this to be forgotten. And so we made sure that we etched it in a way that it could not be forgotten. And so today we present this to the mayor for all of her work, for her vision, and allow this to be the future. It starts today in achieving broader sustainability. And so we're thankful for the mayor and for her vision, for her team, for everyone that's supporting this, and for each and every one of you, because truly today could not have been what it was if you weren't who you are. So thank you guys for coming out today and being supportive.